All right, perfect. First thing I want to say is I really appreciate everyone, helping us out this year. It's been quite a scramble getting volunteers, but you're really helping us out, helping out the chamber and helping out the community. So just want to say thank you to everyone who is volunteering. So on the agenda, we're going to just quickly go over, just key concepts about the role you're playing here, context, general guidelines, give a little bit of time for Q&A afterwards. So if anyone does have any questions, if you are catching this meeting on the recorded video, feel free to email myself or Jen any questions you have. I'm happy to answer them for you. To introduce myself, I'm Tyler Barnes. I'm chamber member. I'm second year here for heading the beer gardens. And my phone number is down below. So if you ever need anything during Salmon Days, please feel free to call me. I'm also going to be bouncing from site to site, just helping out, checking in on everyone. We also have Jen here. She's helping me out. It is Jen's first year. Jen, if you just want to say hi really quick.
Hello.
And so going over the overview, the time frames of everything. So it's going to be Saturday, October 4th and Sunday, October 5th. We have morning shifts and afternoon shifts. I do ask that you arrive just a few minutes early before your shift, maybe about 5 minutes early, just to make sure there's a little bit of transition time. What happened last year is we had a few people that it was their first time volunteering, and it was really nice when people were arriving a little bit early so they can kind of watch the people who they were transitioning out of on how they might pour the beer or operate the POS system. Maybe just ask them a few questions. So I do recommend it. Last call is going to be at 5 p.m. on both Saturday and Sunday, and we cut off sales at 5:30. And 6 p.m., got to get out of there. No ifs, ands, or buts. You guys are going to be working, really hard. Jen and I have been working really hard. Everyone wants to go home. We also need time for Extreme Team to come up and help us clean up. Jen and I will also have some cleanup work afterwards. If you have any issues with that, just talk to the security guard. They will assist you. Locations for the beer gardens. So for the Front and Sunset location, it's going to be right next to the gas station across the street from the library. If you go to the West Sunset Way and Front Street South intersection, you cannot miss the beer garden. It's almost in the intersection, just slightly down the street. Community center, it is in the grass adjacent to the community center. Again, if you go to the community center field there, just follow the music. It is near impossible to miss. So, and just to point out, if you ever are wondering on where you're supposed to meet for the beginning of your shift, just meet at your location, either Front Sunset or Community Center. If you show up at the wrong one, like you're supposed to be at Front Sunset and you accidentally showed up at Community Center, no worries. Jen or I, again, we're going to be constantly bouncing back and forth between the centers, and we'll just be able to guide you to, one side or the other. Uh, the two roles, essentially, we have a cashier and a beer pourer. The cashier is going to be operating the Square Reader, the POS system, on the iPad for credit card payments, going to be handling cash payments. And do note those do not use the iPad. And also checking ID if you're unsure of anyone's age or if there's no wristband. But the security guard will also be checking everyone's age as well and the wristband. Just be cautious of it. Beer pour, you're going to be pouring beer and wine, and also locating water and anything else that someone asks for. I also do ask that you keep a tab on the kegs and when to replace. You'll know when you start pouring the beer, it starts to become really thick foam. That's when it's time to replace. Again, Jen and I are going to be bouncing back and forth. We can help you guys out. Typically, there's someone there who's changed a keg and maybe at some point in their college career, something like that. It's really simple, but if you are struggling with it or don't know how, just ask around. And again, Jen and I will be able to help you out. For this section on how to operate the POS system, I'm going to pass it off to Pete. So Pete, I'm going to stop sharing my screen here.
I think most people know me. I'm Pete, Pete Norby. I'm the workforce and community programs manager, but during salmon days, I'm the production manager. So I'm handling all the logistics and all that kind of stuff, working with Amber, who does all the vendors and sponsors and all that kind of stuff. So I'm the one who's ordering with Anheuser-Busch and getting the trailers there and all the fencing and all that kind of stuff. So we'll show this video here and hopefully you guys can all hear it. So give me just a sec. Can you see that? Tyler, you can see it, yeah?
Oh yeah.
All right, I'm going to play. Let's hopefully the audio comes through.
Hi, this is a quick
Yep, you're
video
good.
to show you how to charge a transaction in Square. So if you're working in the beer garden, you're going to click on beer garden. If you're working at info booth, you're going to click on info booth. The tablet right now is set up for last year, but those will be in for this year. So let's say we're in the beer garden, we're going to click on beer garden. You're going to have the list of your beers. You're going to click the item that they want. Let's say they want a Contact Haze and they want a Kona Big Wave. The items will be going down here where it says review sale. This is like your cart. When you've keyed in all their items, you're going to click the review sale. That'll come up. You're going to click charge. This will come up. Notice here that you can enter their manual credit card number if for some reason they're having trouble with their card. We do have these new tap readers where they just have to tap or they can insert it on the side. So and it's gonna beep and it's gonna say approved and the sale. We are not going to have tips. This is gonna be taken off. So for right now, I'm just gonna say no tip. This will not come up as an option. If they want a receipt, they can get their receipt. I'm gonna say no receipt. And we're good to go. So then you click up here for new sale and you're good to go. So let's say after they purchase their beer, or in the case of the info booth, let's say they purchase a pin and then they changed their mind and they said, oh, wait, I really don't want that. So what you would do, you would go to transactions. You would find the transaction. Now, the thing you have to remember is that this is going to show transactions from every Square reader, not just yours. So you click on the one that you think is yours. You're going to double check that the last four of the Visa is same as the last four that the customer used to make. This is how you make sure you have the right transaction. You can issue them a refund here. Let's say they want to refund everything. You'll select all, click next. And reason for the refund. You can either put return goods or canceled order. And then you click refund. And it's done. So you can click done. To get back to checkout for the next person, you're going to hit checkout down here. And there you go. So let's say you're at the beer garden and they say they want 2 Contact Hazes. So you put 2 in there. And then they're like, oh, no, I only want 1. But you haven't charged them yet. You can go down to the cart, click on the item. You can edit the quantity. You can change it to 1. You can remove it completely, confirm remove item. So that's the way you change and you edit their cart before you've made the sale. And then lastly, if for some reason they want a receipt, you're going to go to transactions at the bottom. You're going to click the transaction that you want. Again, make sure the last 4 of the Visa are correct because this is going to be all the transactions from both beer gardens and the info gardens. And then you click on new receipt and they can put in their phone number or their email and they'll get a new receipt. And that's how you do transactions in Square.
Okay. A couple quick notes on there. This video was from, I don't know if it was last year or 2 years ago that Laura did. I'm echoing here pretty good. Hold on. Unmute. Okay. Did that clear that up? Okay. Can you still hear me? Okay. So a couple things. She mentioned something about pins. We have Salmon Days pins. We were selling them in the info booth, but we didn't really sell any of those. We won't be selling pins, so don't worry about that this year. What you're seeing there is some tablets. Some of our tablets have gotten too old and they no longer work with Square, so we're actually going to have some of the Square readers. You've probably seen those when you're out wherever buying stuff and people are using Square. They're kind of the handheld devices and stuff like that. We'll have a couple of those as well. So similar idea, even better because they're Square customized devices, and they also, in the event that the tablets require Wi-Fi. But the Square readers, if for whatever reason you have Wi-Fi problems, it'll store up the transactions and then we'll upload them once Wi-Fi is established and everything like that. So we just got 2 of those units like 2 days ago. So we're still getting them programmed and everything like that, but that should be even easier on those devices. I'm guessing we got 2 of them. I'm guessing we'll have 1 per beer garden and then probably have a tablet in each beer garden as well. So if you run into any problems, let Tyler or Jen know, and then they will contact Marisa and HQ, and we'll get it solved. Sometimes Wi-Fi goes out or stuff like that. We got spare batteries, all that kind of stuff.
Great. Thank you, Pete. So moving on, we're almost wrapped up here. So just general guidelines. Security is going to check IDs for everyone entering the beer garden. Everyone must be over 21. Absolutely no kids in there. You might have some folk that say, hey, I'd like to bring my kid in. They're just going to sit in the corner. Nope, they can sit outside the fence. No kids. And security is also going to help you guys out with that. So security will be applying wristbands for everyone. Verify each customer has a wristband before serving, please. Limit 1 drink per person, but 2 drinks can be purchased at one time if the second person is present. Card payments use the iPad. Cash payments do not get logged into the iPad. If you experience anybody drinking a little too much and overindulging, please talk to security to take care of them. This is why we hire them. We don't expect for you guys to be laying down the hammer on people who are drinking a little bit too much. Security is going to be on site at every beer garden. So if you have any issues, just talk to them. They will handle it. If the beer starts to get foam, it may be getting too low, or it's getting warm. The warm section, not going to be much of a problem. We didn't have any issues with that last year, but if it does happen, just check it. Beer, wine, and water are all the beverages that we're going to be serving. So if someone likes something else, like soda, for example, there's plenty of food trucks around, as well as the gas station, and they're more than happy to grab something over there. And no outside beverages can be brought in. So just do keep that in mind. And the other thing, if you guys are concerned about what we are serving, there are going to be cheat sheets at each station with a detailed description of each beverage that we are going to be serving. So you guys don't have to, explain that the white wine tastes like spring or something like that. There's going to be a very clear description. You could just hand them over the sheet and let them read it if they'd like. Beer is going to be a 12-ounce pour. Wine is a 7-ounce pour. When you show up for your shift, we will do a sample pour. It's fairly self-explanatory. It's fairly hard to mess it up. So absolutely no samples or tasting is allowed before purchase. Tips are not allowed. Volunteers, please do not drink on your shift, please. And once again, last call is at 5 and cutoff is 5:30 and 6 o'clock. Everybody must be out. So if you're with a group, for example, if Movement Mortgage was going to volunteer, you may wear your branded shirts. Like I said, I can't guarantee you guys are all going to be together. So if we have like a team of 6, if we have no shows and, one beer garden is desperate and the other one has, 6 people, we may ask that, half your team split up. We're going to try to keep you guys all together. I just can't promise it just because if people get sick or no show. We can't just close down a whole station when we have extra volunteers at one, but we are obviously going to be trying. If you are with a group and not wearing a branded shirt, I ask that you grab a volunteer shirt. You can grab the volunteer shirt at the senior center before your shift, which is located next to the baseball field. And I do want to warn you, parking is going to be tough. So it is smart to show up early, so you can grab your shirt if needed. And also do allow time for you to find parking. It's also recommended to carpool the Salmon Days if you can. Again, it's busy. And we allow for overlapping shifts for new groups to get acquainted with the beer garden. So again, it is smart to show up early. That's about it. Does anybody have any questions? Anything? Okay, great. Well, thank you, everyone.
Tony's got a question.
Yeah, I had a question.
Oh, my apologies. Go on, Tony.
Yeah. Can you hear me? Just when it said one drink per person, that's at a time, right? So they can come a second one?
Yes, that is correct. It's one drink at a time. If they want to purchase another one after they finish it, they can.
Gotcha.
Any other questions?
I've got a quick question. I joined a couple minutes late. Did you already go over shift assignments as well as who's assigned to which areas?
Yeah, and Alex, we will be sending off a video recap of everything, but essentially you're going to have two jobs at each station, and one person is going to be operating the POS system, and another person or group of people are going to be pouring the beer. So it's pretty simple. One pours, one takes the money.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Anything else? All right. Well, thank you everyone for showing up. Again, we are going to be sending off a video recap of this. You probably receive it early next week. But if you guys have any questions, please feel free to reach out to Jen or I. Thank you again.